friends. I am back with another Duplex Diaries episode for you. Thank you all for being so patient with these. There was a lot of footage and I shot it through the month that I was renoing without doing anything other than saving footage to a drive. I'm now currently still sorting through it, organizing it, everything like that. And there was also kind of a cooling off period post-reno where I was like, I don't want to think about it. I have other stuff I have to do that I've been not paying attention to in order to do this reno. But it was so fun and I'm so glad I did it, and I cannot wait for you to see completely how it turned out, especially this video, because this was hard. And some of you guys weighed in on Instagram during the reno on this, the kitchen. Before we get into all of that, if you don't know me, I am Sarah, also known as Budget Girl here on the internet. And this is a series I call the Duplex Diaries. This is season 2, where I video myself who has no experience in construction or renovations or anything like that. Just an idiot trying to figure it out, renovate her duplex unit. I own a $230,000 duplex in College Station, Texas, and I live in one side and I rent out the other. Last year, when I bought the place, I showcased the entirety of renovating my side of the unit before Jacob and I moved in. There was a lot that we did. And in this season, we're showcasing the renovation of the renter unit. So I had renters when I moved in. They left at the end of February, so I had the month of March to do everything I wanted to the unit, do some upgrades, do some fixes, and get it shiny and new and fresh and clean for my amazing renter who moved in April 1. So this is the process of me doing that. If you enjoy someone showing you completely transparent, trying to build wealth and live the life that I want on whatever income you happen to have right now. I started this channel making $1,400 a month, and now my income is close to 10K with real estate and investing and all of that. So it's really been fun to get here. I'll link some videos down below if you have interest in how that crazy journey happened, but I documented it all right here. Also, we are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year. A lot of cool stuff happens to YouTubers when we hit that kind of arbitrary milestone, but I still want it. So if you are not subscribed and you've enjoyed any of your time on this channel, I would be honored if you did so. Just go ahead and click that button below. It's completely free. And who knows, maybe you will either be amused by me flailing as I try to figure things out, or learn something, maybe. So today's video picks up on March 15th, and I am still filling in the thousands of pinholes that are all over the apartment and starting to sand and paint and do that whole process. But mostly I am finally dealing with the kitchen. So here's the deal with the kitchen. I love the size of the kitchen and it's great for utility. I have the exact same kitchen on my side, but the choices for design that were made in the kitchen are not my favorite, and they aren't super nice, and they aren't really going to attract renters. Like, this is a huge kitchen space. It's a huge boon. Anyone would love a kitchen space this big, but it's ugly. The cabinets are MDF side, front flat, just wood, kind of a blonde wood, and unfortunately they cannot be restored because of the MDF sides that are crumbling at the bottom from like water damage and humidity and stuff like that. Also, where on the edges where the cabinets meet the walls, there's been overspray from previous painters. You can't just scrub that off. If you try to just sand that off, what happens is the MDF goes with it, and there are several places where that was attempted. So we have to paint these cabinets. I ended up deciding not to paint the tile backsplash, which is in a brown, gray, and tan motif, which I have to admit is not my favorite at all. And we also have a brown and tan countertop, and then gray walls. So we're dealing with a lot of very dark neutrals, and that actually makes it really hard to find a paint color for these cabinets that doesn't look terrible. A lot of people told me to go brown, but quite frankly, I cannot stand that color, and I feel like brown in the kitchen looks a little poo-poo-y. So I considered white, but that was way too much of a clash with the tan. So I did an entire journey that involved many trips to Sherwin-Williams and paint swatching and doing all sorts of stuff like that to find a color that would go with the current wall backsplash and countertop color, so that I wouldn't have to rip those out during this month because I did not have the time or budget to do so. I did end up going with a color called Cyberspace Gray, which is a bit of a blue tone actually. It's like kind of a really pretty navy blue. I'm also trying to cover those areas that are damaged on the cabinets by adding some wood stripping, and it also will hopefully make the cabinets look just a little bit nicer, being a little bit more boxed out. So let's get into it. All right, it is 3:15. I believe I am done spackling, even though even as I say that, I know it is a lie. I know even though I've gone through this house 5 times, there will be more places that I find that need to be spackled. However, I am confident enough that I have scraped and spackled enough things that moving on to the next step, which is sanding all the over spackling down. I didn't do this on purpose, but at a certain point, you're gonna have to sand it anyway. This is what they skipped in the previous step. So, I'm gonna start with the front bedroom. Start sanding. It is 9 p.m. at night. This is what we're doing. Wednesday, March 17th, I think. The guy I hired yesterday to do the tub and paint the kitchen cabinets was here early this morning. Actually, his dad was. They're both named Ernest, and he was priming the fronts on this. I don't think anything's been done on the tubs yet, but I do think this makes it clear that this kitchen being white, not a good option. The wonderful Jacob has gotten us more paint samples.
Where's the primer? Is that it?
No, that was the tile primer. I'm gonna have to return that. So let's look.
I want to see if it's an oil or latex primer.
Looks pretty good, but white does not match the walls. Still have to, gonna do this today. The colors that we have pretty much rejected. I was wrong, they did. I saw the thing out there. I got a tub and tile kit for the hole. There's a little hole right there. Looks like they did that. And they have scrubbed this for the reglaze and taken off that stuff. Here is the tub and tile repair kit I got off Amazon. Ask me later if it worked. God, they're fast. I'm so glad I hired this out. It was only $5.50 for the tub and for them to do the kitchen, which the tub was $2.50 by itself, so an extra just $300 to do all of this for me. Yes, 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 yes. Must pick a color now.
Sometimes I'm selfish, get jealous. I feel a little helpless. My whole world has shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing. My whole world has shifted again. Now I drive back to an empty room, and it's setting in. Now that your things are gone, what have I done? Was everything worth this? I guess I deserve this. I do I run whenever I'm hurting. I guess
Still St. Patrick's Day. None of the trim that I bought worked, so I went and got some new trim. This is option 1, so it's a little thicker, but covers all of the badness nicely. Or option 2, little thinner, nice rounded edge, still covers, but comes out a little here. I think I like this one. Gonna do that. I also think I'm gonna go with this color, the Anchors Away Gray. It is bluer than these tones, but I honestly think if I go green, especially in large format, it's gonna look dingy and it's gonna look like a hunter cabin, which is not the vibe we're going for. False fails, paint the backsplash. But I think a dark blue kitchen is a little more classic than my other options. That's the choice. Gonna order it tomorrow. Let's go. Okay, first coat of paint is up. I'm liking how it's looking. And they finished they sprayed the thing. This is the thing. All right. This is looking like a whole brand new inset. I think I'm gonna get new faucets for that since they're already off. Very, very nice. I think it looks fantastic. Oh look, you can't even tell there was a hole there. How cool. Very nice. Here are the cabinet fronts. They said it needs a second coat, so, but I think it already looks a lot better. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
It's weird how the white's kind of like showing through. Maybe it's because...
That's why it needs another coat.
Well, yeah, but I think it looks good. Oh, thank God it looks good. And it'll just look better as it gets darker. Yay! All right, so it's Friday. I have today off from work, so I slept the hell in. And now I'm over here looking at the cabinets, which have their second coat. And the door fronts should be delivered later today. The painter took them and sprayed them somewhere else. But I think the color looks fantastic. I think it goes with this and the wall color, and it goes with that as much as it possibly can without it being a color that I hate. So, very thrilled about that. While I was here, I just decided to go ahead and do the stuff behind the fridge. I had already puttied it, so I sanded it down and then painted. I'm gonna do up there before I push the fridge back in. And I decided to sand down some of the door frames that had giant gullies in them. So that'll be ready to paint soon. Very tired, my arm hurts. I did not actually do that much work, but this muscle's like, don't sand anymore. So little bits at a time will get me there. A little over halfway through the month. Feeling a little better. Alrighty, bye. I'm also doing some laundry. These are nicer than mine. Alright, let's go. Alright. Cabinet fronts are in. They look so good. Check this out. How nice. Perfect. Perfect. March 19th, 9 p.m. Jade was already asleep. I am back over here. I'm gonna figure out how to program this keypad door lock. I've been straightening up some stuff in there, and I can't help it. This is just the way my brain works. I get like a surge of energy after dinner, and yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna maybe paint a little, but first, dun dun dun. Also, I finally brought a face mask over. I keep forgetting to wear one while sanding, and I can feel the stuff in my throat and lungs. Not trying to die that early. All right, it's 11:45 and I have paint on my face. Okay, let's see what I did. Couple hours, had a lot of fun. I like the painting. So, fridge is back in its hole, and I cut in to there with various efficacy. Let's see, I did a first coat on the laundry room doors. I filled in the old holes, which were right there, which made it so you couldn't really open it. I drilled new holes on the outsides, and I painted first coat on those. Also did a coat on this door. I swept everything out, including the back porch, and a bug flew in, yay. Oh, I also swept like out the ceiling and all the walls and everything. So a lot of spider webs are now gone. Taped off and painted that. Did a coat on both of these doors. Not a great one, but a coat. And then I did 2 coats under here. So why am I painting one random board? Since this is under the sink, this is kind of prone to water damage. I cleaned it, I bleached it, and I painted it to seal it. I'm also gonna put a mat down there, but that is the reason for painting that one surface. I also cleaned up a little bit, and now, I started a stuff I need to return or put away bag, and now I'm going to bed. Good night. And can't forget, we programmed the lock, which is fun. Baby, it looks so good. I love the color so much more, seeing them all. Did you figure out what those other pieces were for?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not all, so that it soft closes?
Well, it's so that it kind of like snaps shut instead of just hanging open. Like, so you have it like most of the way open, and then
Oh.
you're also going to want to get some of those little
The
small
bumpers, yeah, I bought some. Very nice. They look so good. I ate my pizza.
Ugh.
Look fantastic. Jacob is almost done hanging the cabinets. And I am starting to drill for the handles. However, I do not have the right size drill bit. I need 632s for this. Fortunately, I have a whole list of stuff that I need at Home Depot, so a missing drill bit is fine. Also, I'm getting very excited about the handles. I made the first drill, so it's happening. It's just happening. These are the handles I picked. I got them in a 25 pack. They were about 20 bucks, 25 bucks maybe. And I think they're gonna look really nice. Match the silver in here. Not bad at all. I also bought a cabinet guide and it seems fairly foolproof. We shall see.
Shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing my whole world.
All right, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Duplex Diaries. Let me know below what you would have done with this, what color you would have painted those cabinets. I understand that might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I maintain that way better than brown. Who wants a brown kitchen? Ugh. So yeah, let me know all of your opinions on that. Make sure you tune in for the next one where we're dealing with like the final week scramble of getting everything done and in. That's always when the most work and stress happens. And yeah, I think it'll be a fun one. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you liked it and also subscribed. And there is a whole playlist down below of all sorts of real estate videos and the other Duplex Diaries seasons and episodes, and also some articles on how I got into this, how much I paid for the house, how much I charged my boyfriend for rent, and all of that. So if you're nosy, you're at the right place because I talk about everything. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye.